So how do you produce timeless products or classic products? How do you produce products that are desirable and are needed by customers right now, and they'll still need them in the coming years and decades and possibly centuries? So how do you do that? Yeah, in this video, at the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to create timeless products. You'll never again think about creating products just to sell to people and for a few weeks. Then after those weeks, you're on to something else because customers don't want what you were selling anymore. To create a classic product or a classic service, what you are creating must be desirable. Yeah, your customers or your potential customers must want it. You must not have to force them to buy. You must not chase them and beg them to buy your product. They must want it themselves. They must be coming to you because they want your product. Of course, they don't have to come to you, but it means if you have a website, if they see your website, they instantly buy your product, or they budget for it. But think about what happens when people don't want what you are selling. You have to force them to buy it. That's a lot of work, and you don't want to do that. And then your product or service must work. It must do what it was supposed to do. If you said you are selling a course that will turn an average person into a critical thinker, an average thinker into a critical thinker, then it must do just that. You must not have excuses for why it doesn't work. It must work for people to have that desire to buy it. It must work. Most people are skeptical to try new things, but once they have someone they know who has tried it and it worked for them, then they are willing to give it a try. But what happens if that person who tried it says, I tried it but it doesn't work, and you also say, yeah, it didn't work, but try it again, it will work? No, you don't want to do that. You want something that is desirable and it's working, it's doing what it was supposed to do, it's providing on the promise. And then it must engage with the user. Your product or service must engage with them. If it's a course, they must be able to concentrate. They must be able to feel what they are doing. They must not just watch the course. They must not just use it passively because they are waiting for it to end so that they can get the results. They must engage with it. If it's a course, make sure it's not too easy for them and it's not too hard. If it's too easy, they'll be bored. If it's too hard, they'll be frustrated. And then it must be frictionless. You don't want any friction. You don't want people to wait for a long time before they try your product, before they get it. If they want to buy, maybe they have to apply and then wait for 30 days. And then after waiting, they have to supply more documents before they can start. No, they must start instantly, whatever. If it's something to eat, they must buy it, and it must be easy to use it right now. They must eat right now. You must not tell them that it will be delivered next year or whatever. So you don't want any friction, any steps that are not motivating them. Those steps are actually demotivating them. You don't want that. Okay guys, I hope you got value from this video, and if you like the content you see, subscribe to the channel to get even more content like this. I'll see you on the next video.